What's happening? It's your boy ATC. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you fucking with my content. You feel me? This time we got Black Clover, Quartet Nights, episode 3, and the end to our little mini series. Let's get started. Some of the things I'll be discussing today is the review over the game, as well as what I rated the game, what I would like to see in the future, and just a couple little things here and there. So, yeah. Alright, things that I liked about the game. Let's go ahead and start there. The story was decent. Cutscenes weren't too bad. The battles were okay. Especially the last particular battle in the mission. It didn't actually let me record that for some odd reason. So that's why I did this video a little bit differently than giving all the episodes. So yeah, if you're wondering where that missing episode is with the battle, that's why it wouldn't let me record it. So that was kind of strange. I kind of like it. It plays like a shooter. Pretty dope title for a PS4. And also it's a Black Clover game, and to be honest with you, I'm just glad in general that we even got a game for this. So, for the console anyway. And also with the limited selection of character moves that we got, I am glad that we did get the few little, character moves that we got as far as the attacks and things go and the blocking and stuff. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It did put me in the world of Black Clover, especially me being that I watched all 4 seasons of the Black Clover while I was in the middle of trying to play on this and do all that at the same time. So, like I said, it definitely gives you the feel and the vibe of being in the world of Black Clover playing this game. So, yeah. And for it to be a PS4 title around the time that it came out, and then for it to also be an anime game, for, like I said, the time that it came out, that time period, I mean, it's not bad to say as far as things that I liked about Quartet Nights. Now, let's go ahead and get into things that I didn't like about the game. Okay. Even though I said that I did enjoy the story was still short. And yeah, that's crazy, bro. Not enough characters in the game, I feel like. The story was short. It could have been way longer. They did have more characters on the DLC that I did see, but I'm saying as far as characters in the game, yeah, a lot of those characters should have been in the game. But at the same time, I'm well aware that this game also dropped 1 month before Season 2 of Black Clover dropped. So that's probably why there wasn't more characters included. Moving along. Also, not enough exposure for the game for real. Because literally, I didn't know it even had a game. And I knew pretty much about most anime games that came out on the PlayStation 4 at that time. But I never heard of this title until I started watching Black Clover. And I just randomly was like, you know what? Let me Google up and see if this show has a game, and then boom, I found one. So it wasn't like I already knew that this game existed or it had so much coverage that it was shown everywhere. No, not even like that. Another notable thing that I didn't like about this game is that the limited amount of character moves in the game and sort of kind of how the characters function a little bit with its clunkiness, like, you know what I mean? Being able to jump over certain obstacles or wall run, I kind of felt myself having difficulty doing some of those things in the game. And as you can see in some of the gameplay, you can tell, like, when I'm trying to get on top of stuff or get away from certain enemies, man, it's a little challenging. I definitely feel like a dodge roll or maybe crouching should have been added to the game for sure. And the fact that we didn't have that is just crazy, because in some parts of the game when I'm fighting, I found myself wanting to do this. Another thing I want to note is that I wish that it would have had an English dub for the game. Sometimes in the game, I kind of felt like those voices were, I don't know, a little whiny, you know what I mean? Which in return made me want to skip certain scenes. Not necessarily the cutscenes, because those looked fire, but more or less like the scenes where they're just talking with those little talking panels back and forth. Yeah, that definitely made me want to skip certain scenes. And that pretty much sums it up for things that I didn't like about the game. Because I'm not going to go too hard on the game, seeing as it's a PS4 game. It did drop in 2018. You dig what I'm saying? We're on 2024 now, so I'm not just going to just berate the game and make it seem like the game was just all out terrible. Obviously not. Like, I definitely did have some fun playing the game, so I just want to keep it real and keep it open where you understand what I'm saying. At the same time, you feel my frustrations with the game. Final conclusion though, like how my overall thoughts are, a decent game, especially for anime fans. But I feel like the game can only be targeted towards anime fans. Most other people wouldn't look to play this game. Hell, they wouldn't even look this game up. You understand what I'm saying? So, unless they knew about Black Clover. But a good buy for the price that I caught it for. In the PlayStation Store, when it's not on sale, it's sitting at $60, bro. But I caught this game at $5.99. But for the price of today's anime games and games in general, for the PlayStation 5, you're going to be paying at least a cool 75. So with this game, Black Clover Quartet Nights, would it be worth it for the 75? No, definitely wouldn't be worth it. Unless you're a die-hard fan of this game, I couldn't see why anybody would want to spend 75 bucks on a game like this. But around its release date in 2018 being for 50, 55, it would just depend if you were a fan of Black Clover or not. But based on what I played, I still would have waited and caught on sale. But my rating for this game is going to have to be stuck at 7 out of 10 if you're a Black Clover fan, 5 out of 10 if you're not, but you can still find some fun in it. And it's actually kind of funny because we live in 2024, right, where people are saying that we have an overabundance of arena fighter anime games. But you know what? When this game came out in 2018, I don't think a lot of people supported it, and it wasn't an arena fighter. So I really don't want to hear that crap about arena fighters and all that bullshit. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna enjoy what I want to enjoy, and yeah, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because one thing that I've noticed for certain is that when these anime original story type games are out, they don't get a lot of love, they get overlooked, they get unnoticed, because this game is definitely not an arena fighter, and I haven't heard anybody talk about it since 2018 until now. I've never heard anybody even mention this. But one thing's for certain is that when I do see people talk about anime arena fighters in 2024, a lot of the comments are, we don't need this, copy and paste, or why do we keep getting these types of games? But then you have games like Black Clover Quartet Nights that wasn't an arena fighter game, and it didn't really get any love. Nobody really talked about it much. You can kind of see where I'm going with this. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I'd like for those people that say they don't like arena fighters to look at, is that they do have other anime games out there. You just got to give them a chance and stop being a hypocrite and try to go out of your bounds and play something different. You dig what I'm saying? And also, don't make comments about arena fighter games if you're not buying arena fighter games. Do you feel what I'm saying? But moving along, for our next Black Clover console video game, some of the things that I would like to see would be a more fleshed out Black Clover game with better graphics, like season 4 type shit, since that's what we're caught up on now. And it could be either the story from the show or something made up. It just has to be a good length. I feel like a nice playthrough time and interesting enough to want to go back through for the replay value, because this game particularly, I did enjoy it, but I'm probably not going to replay this game at all. Also, better animations, more characters. I feel like environmental damage should be a thing as well. And once again, we need this game to have an English dub as well, and at least give the option, and that would make it for a better experience, at least for me anyway. But that pretty much sums it up on the things that I would like implemented into this new game, man. If you made it into this video, or if you made it this far into the show, I appreciate you for watching. One love, two peace, and I'm out.